Hello and welcome to the Inglorious Bards. We are here with you on Season 5. Woo! Most of us are so excited to have you here. Welcome back. If you are new to the show, this is the episode to jump in at. We are here with Episode 1, Adventure 1 of Season 5. These are all new characters, all new adventures, starting from scratch, and we're excited to have you here. If you're a returning fan, you are a glutton for punishment, and I've probably used that joke at the beginning of other seasons too, but we're still excited to have you here. And as always, thank you all to our supporters, those of you always chatting with us on our Discord, as well as our Patreon supporters. We always appreciate the support. This season, we are coming to you live on twitch.tv/ingloriousbards with D&D Edition 5, 5th edition, thank you. We're very excited to be coming to you with this system. We're going to be using a world that we've used before in previous seasons, the world of Verenn. So we're versed in it. We're going to bring you along into this world with us. It has a nice, rich history. For those of you that joined us before, we're moving ahead about 20 years from the last time we were here, so we have a fresh take on our adventures here. Before we get started, we're going to do a quick introduction and go around the room and introduce our heroes. First up is our paladin. He is a Goliath who goes by the name of Cavan.
Boulderfell of the Ash Mountains. Refuge for the weak. And that's all we'll say for now.
Pretty exciting stuff. And then we have, I was going to say, Chris, we have Valamir.
Valamir Almarin Greyspell III, Wizard Extraordinaire at your service.
All right, our human wizard. And we also have Arregus, the halfling bard.
Arregus Willoughby, my good chap. An inglorious bard if there ever was one.
Oh, nice. You get to start with the DM inspiration then for that, as does everyone else. All right.
Yay!
And then we have our cleric, a warforged living machine who goes by the name of Vessel.
I am Vessel, child of Solene, member of the Silent Army, and watcher of these companions.
Nice. And we have Fiona, our gnome artificer.
Fiona, tumble apart. If it can be fixed, I can fix it.
Great. And last but not least is another Goliath in our group, our fighter, Cole.
Yeah, I'm Cole. Let's be clear on something. Cavan and I may be twins, but I'm obviously older. I'm definitely bigger. And let's be clear, probably smarter.
Wonderful. These are our heroes for Season 5. We're starting at level 1. I wish everyone all the best. This is going to be a fun season for us. And let the adventure begin. Whipping through the forest, a horse runs hard. Two riders cling to the back of the horse. Arregus, the halfling bard, and his friend Valamir, the wizard. Small branches smash into them as they ride. The wizard spits out leaves from his mouth.
Any sign of them yet? Can you see the river?
Arregus, the bard, tries to look past the trees racing by.
No boat and no river, Valamir. How did you manage to lose an entire river?
Me? If you hadn't taken so long to get on this wretched horse, we would have caught up.
The horse comes to a sudden stop at the edge of a crevasse, almost sending the two heroes toppling over. 30 feet below, at the bottom of the crevasse, a river rages alongside the cliff walls. Valamir looks back at the halfling behind him on the horse.
Well, look what I found.
Arregus spots something in the river at the bottom of the crevasse. A small boat races down the rapids, bouncing over waves and smacking into the rocks. The halfling excitedly points at the little vessel, its sail flapping uselessly in the wind.
Oh, there's the boat! Get this horse going, my friend. Go, go, go!
Valamir kicks the horse to chase after the boat. The wizard looks decidedly uncomfortable riding on the clifftop above.
Why did we get the horse instead of riding in that comfortable boat?
Because that's the plan, dear boy. And we always stick to the plan.
Down below in the crevasse, the small boat plows over another swell in the rapids. Cold water rushes over the deck. Manning the oars and rudder, 4 bandits desperately steer the craft through the river. One of them checks the ropes holding down a small chest and then walks past a small door to a tiny hold below. Inside this hold, 2 heavily armed goliaths wait in hiding. These 2 warriors look alike, and their huge frames barely fit into the tiny hold. Cole, the fighter, peeks through the cracks in the door and looks at the bandits.
Why did we get stuffed down in this nasty boat instead of up there riding the fun horse?
His brother, Cavan, the paladin, nudges him aside.
Because that's the plan, and we stick to the plan.
When have we ever stuck to the plan?
We always stick to the plan.
No, we don't.
Well, we're doing it starting now.
The boat thuds into a boulder on its way through the rapids. Water and light drip through the cracks in the wooden door.
Can you see the chest with the book in it?
Hold on, let me see. Move over.
I am moved over.
Like all the way over. Your stupid shield is
I'll
in the
have
way.
you know my shield comes... Ow!
Cole, the fighter, forces his brother over, peers through the crack in the door, and scans the deck.
Okay, I count 1, 2 bandits. Let's take them. No, 3 bandits. We can still take them.
Cavan repositions his shield and rubs his sore elbow.
No, we wait for the signal. Now move out of the way. Let me see.
4! There's 4 bandits in there. We can take them.
Quiet, you idiot. We wait for the signal. Now,
Ow!
move.
The Goliath paladin peers through the crack as a bandit walks past on the deck. Beyond, strapped to the mast, is a small chest drenched in water.
I found the book. It's in the chest at the mast. Where are those fools on the horse?
Chasing above the boat along top of the crevasse, 2 fools cling to the speeding horse. Valamir ducks under a branch. Then the wizard spies a small waterfall in the distance downriver.
So how do we begin the attack? What was the signal again?
Oh, don't ask me. Everyone kept talking about a signal, but no one ever said what it was.
Well, whatever we're going to do, we better do it fast. We're running out of river.
The wizard points ahead to the small waterfall downriver. The halfling on the horse with him sighs and clambers up on top of the horse, balancing on its back.
Get closer to the edge. It's time to get this party started.
What the hell are you doing?
Getting that book back.
Arregus, the halfling bard, balances on top of the horse as it races at speed. He eyes the boat bouncing along the rapids beneath him and its sail flapping around. He takes a deep breath as his wizard friend holding the reins of the horse shakes his head and says,
This is not going to end well.
The halfling grits his teeth before flinging himself awkwardly off the horse, over the edge of the cliff, and towards the sailboat below. That is not what I wrote. Back in the tiny hold of the boat, the 2 Goliath brothers hear a faint screaming in the distance and look at each other.
What is that sound?
An angel, I think.
The screaming sound gets much closer. Slightly off key. The 2 brothers in the boat nod at one another.
That's the signal.
That's the signal!
The 2 Goliaths smash open the wooden hatch and burst out on deck with weapons ready. The bandits steering the boat turn around in surprise, only to see a halfling dropping out of the sky and awkwardly tumbling down the sail before hitting the deck with a thud. Arregus, make the first roll of the campaign in acrobatics difficulty 12, please.
Oh, okay. I'm going to have to use hero point already. Okay. I will be using a hero point.
You're using your inspiration on the very first roll.
Roll
Gonna
the
use
2.
it. I rolled a 2, and we all know you can't do worse
All
than a
right.
2. That's a 2.
Well, you didn't do worse.
Didn't get
You
worse.
can't do worse than a 2, so
All
that's
right.
a failure.
Arregus, the
First
halfling
roll of
bard,
the campaign.
goes sliding down and lands with a huge plop. You take 3 hit points of damage,
Oh, out of my 9.
which is significant. 1/3 of your body is torn asunder,
What was that?
and you are prone,
Yep.
surrounded by 4 bandits. What do you say as you lay there beaten and prone?
My pride.
Goliath, what do you two want to do?
So we're up out of the
You
hold.
just burst out. 10 feet away is the mast where your friend is, where the chest with the book is, and roughly in a square around that at 4 points are the 4 bandits.
You get the chest, I'll get Arregus. We know each other, right?
Yes.
I figured.
Yep, that's good, but save 2 bandits for me. And instead of going straight for the chest, Cole is going to break right and go immediately to the first bandit.
All right, ignoring the plan. Right off the bat.
Whatever ever stuck to the plan.
By the way, in the script, I put in some campaign quotes as well, such as the wizard saying, "This is not going to end well." And then I was really hesitant about using the cheesy line, "Let's get the party started," but I put it in there. Anyways, I digress. All right, Cole, you were charging towards a bandit to the right of you.
Yes.
All right, he is fumbling with his sword, had no idea there was even an attacker on board. You may go first. You have surprise.
Blasting right into him. I'm going to swing my Morningstar, which is up and around.
Go ahead and take advantage so you can succeed where Arregus has failed.
Woo! That is, with my attack, 17.
Is a hit.
All right. And I'm going to hit him for 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay, he is slashed wickedly, is still trying to draw his blade. Paladin, Cavan.
Cavan will take one of the other 4.
All right, you go the other direction.
Yep. And
You also have
that's 23 to hit and 5 points of damage.
Okay, same damage. All right, 2 big hits to those guys.
What kind of damage?
Bludgeoning with my Warhammer.
I have to look at what's in his hand.
My war armor.
It's bloody is all I care about. All right, you've dished out some damage, and I want to know what's going on in the horse 30 feet above with our wizard. Not known for his cavalry experience.
Yeah. Yeah.
The horse is taking him.
And that's when the horse is still.
Yeah. So I'm only 30 feet away from the boat.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Lovely.
I did not intend that at all.
Magic.
Lovely. No, wow. No, actually, we are going to firebolt the sails.
Okay.
Why the look of shock, Tom?
All right. They are a big target, but you're riding a crazy animal, so roll it straight.
That is going to be a 23 to hit.
All right. Boy, I really want Pathfinder 2 criticals above, those big numbers. I really
All
want
right, 1d10 damage, blah, 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 minimum damage. Plus, make it 1d10 damage, yep, so 1.
1. All right. You singe one of the sails.
If a flammable object hit by this spell ignites if it isn't being worn or carried.
It ignites and then is blown out by a rogue spray of delicate water. If only you had done 3 points of damage or more.
And I'm continuing to keep pace with the sailboat.
Okay. It is a new round. I'm going to roll a crude initiative here for the people on the boat. And I've got bandits going first. So there's a one right. Bless you. There's one right next to you. Each of you fighter guys, and they are going to swing with their blades. This campaign's going to end really quick. That is a 22 to hit Cole.
Wow.
Wow, jeez. That hits.
All right,
I'm pretty protected, and that still hits.
You've been hit for 4 points of damage.
Ow!
Slash almost as good as he gave. And a 7 to hit you, Cavan, on the other side of the boat.
No.
Okay. swings. You were able to parry it. A third bandit goes racing over towards Arregus, and you just kind of awkwardly crawl on your back just in a certain angle that the swinging sail blocks his way, and he's blocked and deflected from getting to you. There is another bandit racing over to you, but he spends all of his time racing to get to you, and he's charging right at you, but he is done for now. You guys can go in any order you four would like to go.
Okay, Arregus will stand up, kind of from his crawl position.
Okay.
Seeing the guy run towards him and seeing him kind of try to maneuver around that fiery log, he will cast his first spell. It's called Dissonant Whispers. So basically, he kind of gets out his lute, his guitar, fixes a couple of the strings that he fell on, and just starts strumming a little tune. And as he does that, he just kind of says, "You need to run away from me as fast as you can, or else I'll knock you off of this damn boat."
All right. He is making a wisdom save
It
to
is
resist
a
this.
wisdom saving throw.
Oh, no. He is... They don't have this rule in D&D, but he's really bad. Really bad. Critical fail.
All right, so he's going to take 3d6 of psychic damage.
And must use his reaction to move as far away as he possibly
Yes,
can.
he has
Well,
to
that should
run
be
away as
interesting.
far as physically as his speed will allow. That is 6, 11, 1, 2, 3, 14 points.
All right. You rear up, start casting
Psychic damage.
whispers in his ears. It starts to get really terrifying. There's a pain in his head. He goes, "Ah!" And he runs and leaps off the boat, but just as he goes flying through the air, his neck just cricks in a weird, horrific-looking shape, and he dies splashing into the water. Wow. That was a level 1
of my
spell.
spell slots.
Cool.
It's me. Knock the guy off the boat so he can stop slashing me, please.
Okay.
I'm gonna smash him in the head. Which with this one. That's pretty good. That's a 19 to hit.
Is a hit.
Max damage 11 points of damage.
You knock him off the boat after you slice him in twain, and he splashes also into the water.
Yeah. Spiky bits. That's one for me.
And he's keeping track, I believe.
And then Cavan says, "Now it's your turn." And it's a 20.
That's a
Wow,
hit.
What was that? I don't know.
Roll.
And 8. Sorry, 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage is enough. You parry the blow at your bandit, come underneath and swing and slice him, and he goes down in a gurgling mess, leaving just 2 bandits left.
One bandit.
One
left.
bandit.
Oh, yeah, you killed one.
Yeah.
I'm going to give him a bonus because he's screwed. Before you go, I'm going to give him a bonus.
You had your shot with the sails there. Yeah.
There's a guy on a cliff just waving. Stick.
He steps on the chest and then takes a hostage in a headlock of our bard and wraps his... I'm spending 3 threat. And then grabs...
Wait a second.
Wrong system. And is wrapping you, wrapping around your waist with his arm and has his sword out. There's a wizard still above you who hasn't gone, though. Fireball?
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Firebolt.
Hands!
No, I'm not Xander. Okay, yeah, firebolt coming at him. That is going to be a 21 to hit with 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage, and this is at the sail? I'm
The
sorry?
bandit.
Oh, the bandit. All right.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, your attack?
21 to hit and 5 points of
You guys
damage.
are rolling well. Except for Arregus. You hit. You hit and slam into him, and he lets go of you, Arregus, and stumbles back.
That's my line.
You turn around and see your wizard up there and give him some sort of nod or wave or thanks. Yes. And as you do so, a rusty short sword comes swinging down at you as he gets his final action to get you. Okay. Hold on. Here it comes.
Can't do that as
That is an 18 to hit. We're rolling
definitely
high.
hits.
7
Whoa.
points.
I'm
Oh
down.
my god.
You're down.
Yep, I had 6 left.
Welcome to first level.
Stab dead. No one puts the bard in the front.
Does he a soliloquy?
I need sustenance.
Is it our turn?
Well, no. Apparently, there's a big
Yeah,
death scene going on.
It's gonna happen a lot.
Even the enemies are saying that.
The world darkens, the spotlight comes in.
The bandit's tapping his foot behind him, waiting.
Does he stop
He
at
is
0 or does he
so
go to
dramatic.
-1?
No, he goes to 0. No, he goes to negatives.
He does go to negatives.
And you want to get him to 0 stable.
Okay, so
I'm at
-1.
right now.
Yeah.
So Cavan goes over and does lay on of hands.
Oh, okay.
Lay on hands to the bandit with the knife in his hands.
Yeah, you didn't
or-
select target.
Oh, that bandit's still. Okay, Cavan goes over. Cole, get the bandit.
Yeah!
There's his catchphrase already.
Cole charges.
Oh, yeah!
And swings the.
Oh, is that bacon?
Yeah! I'm killing that bacon. One for me. Cole runs up and uses Morning Star in just kind of an overheaded running swing and smacks him right in the head for 18 to hit.
It's another big hit.
Max damage again of 11
Jeez.
damage.
Cole came to
Just
play.
Smashing him.
This is an uncomfortable weapon, too. It's a spiky metal ball.
Spiky metal ball on a giant handle, yeah.
So you come up, you smack him upside the head, he drops, and then Arregus, you look away as he has to spend several moments with foot for leverage in hand, yanking the Morning Star repeatedly to get it out of his head.
It's that sucking sound, right? He does that every time. He never gets tired of that.
Sinewy, yeah.
So yeah, Cavan will use lay on of hands to revive Arregus back to consciousness.
All right, you are revived.
Two
2 hit points.
2 hit points.
2 hit points. So
One,
you're now.
one to, like
So
one to
you're-
get him to 0, right? And then one more to.
So he'll have
wake him
1 hit point, and he's awake.
Oh, you revived me 2 hit points.
When you cast a heal and you're casting a heal with 2 hit points, wouldn't that?
Yeah, it takes you to 2. It takes you
Yeah.
to 2.
up. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. All right.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just go to 0, I believe.
Is it?
don't
And then
go
you
to
just be
negative.
stable after
Hey,
that.
I asked him. He
All right.
said you go negative.
Okay. So
Yeah.
with one,
You did.
he uses 1 hit point.
One.
Argue
Got
until
you.
Later, but yeah.
So you have 1 hit point.
We'll argue that point later. And as you do that, you hear an alarm from up above on the wizard.
Ah!
That never gets old.
Be warned!
There it is. There it
Chris
is.
has no idea what I'm talking about.
Be warned.
It was alluded to by you earlier in the script.
No, I must have missed that part.
There's a waterfall.
overhead.
Be warned! Yeah, it's just
be
a
warned.
waterfall ahead.
He sees a waterfall. His first reaction is,
Just work it out. The last
The
little bit of
bard wakes
script
up
to
and
there.
just, I can hear the ocean.
Well,
Oh, Cavan, cool.
I'll grab him. You grab the chest. New plan.
works for me. And we grab them. And how far from the shore are we?
it's a relatively narrow crevasse, but there are boulders and stuff that are there. It's not.
Oh, it's
not
only
safe.
waist deep, dear boy. Get in.
So that's just a foot for them.
Yeah, that's a waist deep for you, not for me.
-1 point Argus. I scoop him up, sling him over my shoulder, take 1 stride and 2 strides off the side of the boat, going left, port side,
All right.
towards the side of the shore,
done, Cole.
away from the waterfall.
Before you do that, dear boy, be careful jumping.
And I throw you a bardic
Oh, that's
inspiration.
right. He laid on hands. Like, why is he talking to me? Why is he talking?
Can't he just be dead?
So you get an extra D6.
I will use the D6 as I roll.
You can decide after,
the
too.
next
Yeah,
10
you can do it
minutes.
afterwards.
I'll do it
Just
after.
before he calls the roll.
The
you have to-
result.
yeah.
The result.
All
So
right.
you're going to leap off the port side.
Leave off the port
with
side.
a bard on your shoulder. Right.
Yep.
You leap off, and before you roll, there's a question proposed in chat by a viewer named Shakespeare who asks, "Can Cole swim?"
You know what? I have a whole lot of skills here. Let me take a look at what the character sheet says.
Are you proficient in survival?
I am proficient in survival. Yes.
You can swim. We will say.
I'm sure that's not going to be necessary.
We can all
ever.
swim once.
I chose the wrong twin.
1, 2. Slow roll. I'm assuming there's like a gasoline explosion in the background flying up.
yes.
In my head, it's all going in flames as it goes over the edge of the waterfall.
Yes, it is all in your head.
It's
Got
way
it.
up here. And I roll 18. Wow. 16 acrobatics.
You want to add that to it?
Sure, let's do it. Let's add.
That's for 10 minutes, so that's up to you.
Plus 5, 21. Leaping off the side of the boat. Running in the air, kind of
High
slow
fives the
motion
wizard.
hands.
30 feet above. All right, you leap across like Frogger and land on a boulder, fall a bit, but land on the next boulder, fall a bit, and then land on a dry boulder on the other side, and now you're pressed up against the cliff, safely away, just a little bit of running water underneath you. Unfortunately, you look and see your dear brother is still on the boat. As it's just about to go over, struggling, he's able to tear the chest out, has it wrapped under his arm, and is doing what?
Just tries to do the same move that Cole just did, and he runs and jumps towards the shore.
It's not working as well as you would think, and it's starting to go over. You run off the back of the boat to get a little bit of height and superhero speed and leap off. Yes, wizard.
Can I cast Mage Hand to like give him a little push there at the end?
No.
Push him in the butt. Boop.
You can give him a crisp high five. As he goes both twins.
No, I saved that for Cole because of his
right.
cool move.
Mage Goose.
Yeah.
All right, Cavan, you go flying through the air. You can choose not to have the chest and gain advantage on this roll.
I created minor illusion to make the shore look closer than it is.
You see Cavan's countenance just kind of lighten a little bit. Oh, I'm closer than I thought. No, we'll just...
Keeping it? All right. Make an athletics roll, please.
Okay. And he's holding the chest like this, like a life
Preserver?
Yeah.
Just like Budapest.
Athletics, you say?
Please.
All right. That's a 23.
Wow.
Wow. You guys are using up all your campaign rolls right now. Save some for the
We got all the
finale.
ones out of the way on the last,
Oh, is that what it was?
yeah, in
Last
season
seasons?
4.
All right. You leap through the air and also pull off an amazing landing in a safe area. You're in waist deep water. There's a splash, and you waddle your way out to the cliff face.
Mage Hand, high five.
It's. Please tell me it's not a cantrip.
Sure is.
That's gonna be abused.
You're gonna be a cooler wizard than I thought you were.
It's going to get more complicated as time goes.
Yeah, exactly.
Each level adds another.
Talk to the mage hand. All right?
All right. It is sometime later the next day. Our heroes have recovered. If you've had hit points down, you have recovered from your wounds, and you have arrived in the city of Almithra. The city of Almithra is a very large and old city in the kingdom of Calavier. It is alongside a river, a wide, large river, and lots of piers, lots of boats that go by. And as you approach, the city is a massive civilized area. Lots of old buildings. It's not uncommon for there to be 4-story buildings that are super tall with shops and rooms everywhere. Streets that are wide, cobblestoned, old stone. There's a lot of history to the architecture and the culture to this place. Some of you have come here recently and started some adventuring. Some of you have been here before. Our 2 Goliaths, you guys have spent some time here for sure. Whether or not it's your new home, that's certainly up to you. But you do know the area a little bit. And you make your way through the boulevards, the 4 of you. Cavan the paladin, Cole the fighter, Arregus the bard, and Valamir the wizard. And you walk down these corridors. People look at you with your weapons, your armor, your shields. They can even identify a wizardly type character as a little bit dangerous, but they don't seem concerned like you have run into in other places before. Some are even nodding. There's kind of this sense of coolness about you.
Agent!
What's up? What we done?
Be warned, be warned, be warned. How are you?
It's the whiz.
It's the whiz. And you walk down these avenues through the different districts with your chest in hand. Your destination is just up ahead. It is the Lumine Academy. This is a large compound walled in with multiple old buildings of old dark brick and flagstone. That is a center point of the kingdom. It is the largest university in the world. There are other areas out there that have ancient books, rare books not to be found elsewhere. There are temples scattered throughout the world that have huge collections underneath. But this university is a high point of academia and education. If you have the money and can afford to go here or pay to your way, you can get an education in sciences, astronomy, the history, magic of many different types. So it's a really big center of culture as well for this kingdom. So it's huge. And you all have a connection. You've been working with this academy, the Lumine Academy, for a couple weeks now. You have been assigned as adventurers to help them in small tasks and missions that they may have to complete. Your reasons for helping them are varied, and you've decided those on your own. It might be the amazing pay that they pass along to you. It might be the efforts to recover and help maintain vast knowledge for some of you, maybe helping get access later to some of their content, or just being a focal point of society, helping out the world to make it a better place by keeping this place strong. You make your way through big, huge iron gates. You pass by a groundskeeper who nods as you come in. You see out in the courtyard are two teenage boys that are messing around with some mechanical device that's trying to get it to create some weird power type thing, but it's powered by some weird little magic ball, just an experiment out in the grounds. You can hear some conversation through a second story open window of a lecture, and what you need is to make sure you think about, and you keep on making your way through. It takes a little bit of time walking through old steps that are well worn, that have been used for centuries, and make your way up to a study, a particular study, a study of a gentleman who goes by the name of Associate Professor Galacirus. Galacirus, just like it sounds. Good luck with that one. You go into a study. It's cramped. It's low ceiling. It's got an old desk that's probably been there for many generations of associate professors. It's got a couple desks, actually. He doesn't have his own office.
Professor desks are in a whole other wing. It's just the associate professor.
Associate to the professor. And there's a bookcase here with a bunch of old books. He has tons of scrolls lying around in a big pile. Looks a little bit chaotic. You guys pull up some chairs and sit down and crash and hope that they still might have some place for you to rest here for tonight. Otherwise, you got to pay for your own inn somewhere else. After a few moments, Associate Professor Galacirus arrives. He has a classic Harry Potter professor style gown type thing on, and comes walking in. He's got a grayish beard and comes into his study and says, "Oh dear, you've made it. You look none too worse for the wear."
Cole, what do you think is in this book?
You know, the normal stuff.
Horses.
Secrets of the universe. Most likely money. Hidden somewhere.
Recipes.
Always recipes.
Boys.
Hello.
The professor is speaking.
Thank you. I assume everything went well. I see you don't have a book but a chest,
The book is in the chest. Safe and sound.
says the paladin, realizing not once in the last 24 hours. Has he let anyone risk tampering with the chest?
You see, Professor, you said keep the book safe. My paladin friend took that quite literally.
Well, let's see it.
And Cavan hands the chest over. He hasn't really inspected it too much. Is there a
No.
lock? Is there a...
No, it's not been locked.
Okay.
So rather
For 24
loose.
hours.
Yeah.
I mean, Valamir would have.
No,
I mean,
it has a loose latch too. It almost came open a couple times, and you kept it closed.
Just a one peek.
And the book fell out halfway through. You just kept going. Dead weight.
Just a book.
You should know we risked life and limb for this item.
He has the chest in one hand and opens up the top with the other
All right.
to reveal.
You open it up, facing him.
Yeah.
Poison dart. No, you open you open up the chest, and he goes, "Oh!" And he reaches in, and
And he closes it.
Pretty Woman style.
Big
Mistake.
All right.
Professor Teehee.
He
Associate Professor
Associate
T.
He reaches in and pulls it out, and even as he grabs it, you know it's not an ideal situation as you hear a squishy noise as he grabs it. What? He pulls out the book and he goes, "Oh my! Oh yes, this is it! Oh!" And it's limp in his hands, Tim now, and he takes it over to his desk and it plops there. Oh, this is.
A little prestidigitation should take care of that.
He steps back and looks at you. Are you sure? Fireball! Oh.
No. Of course I'm sure. And Valamir will stand over the book and do some really overly unnecessary hand gestures as he prestidigitates the book to be dry and.
You don't even know what the word means.
Not really, no. I'm just making it up. I'm casting a minor illusion.
It looks dry. It smells wet.
All taken care of. Let's collect our money and go. Quick now.
Nothing to see here.
You cast prestidigitation to try and dry it off. This stretches the realm of possibility for this. Go ahead and make an Arcana roll. 18 or higher is your target number.
Very well. No.
All right.
I'm going to use a hero point.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
I want this. Yes. So it is going to be a total of 24.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
See, just a flick of the wrist.
Oh, my. Very well done.
Well, thank you.
You're as good as the mending professor down the hall. Except
Yes.
he doesn't spend a DM inspiration.
Not everybody can be as inspired as I.
Oh, well done. And he starts to open it up and says, "Oh, yes." You can see from upside down, it may not be a great idea with the title of Doom of the North written on the first page.
I'm reading it.
Okay. It's got big illuminated script with the first letter and all that stuff and big fancy. And he's, "Oh, this is exactly the text we needed to recover. Well done. Well done." And he gently closes the book and pats you on the shoulder, Valamir.
Thank you. How patronizing. I appreciate it.
He says, "Well, I shall give you the customary payment for certain." And he reaches into a desk and takes out 4 folded pieces of cloth and then hands one to each of you. They're small, but hands one to each of the 4 of you.
Okay. Valamir just.
You blow your nose at it.
He doesn't look. Valamir doesn't look at it. He just puts it in his wizard's robes.
All right.
And that was called
Standard
the
use
Book of the
there.
North? Sorry?
No.
Oh, okay.
We don't get to keep that.
That sounds right.
Doom of the North.
Cole,
yeah.
as per Cole, opens it up real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 15.
There's
And
1 gold piece there.
that's what I was looking for. It's One to flip it over, it's still gold. Flip it this side. All right.
He doesn't know how to count.
17, right? We got them? Got them all here? Okay.
Divided evenly between 4.
That's right, Cole. Yes.
So you give me your piece, I keep 2, give you 1.
Doom of the North, is that what it was?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
It's a very
We've been
important
holding it for
book.
24 hours. We should know the title of the book.
You never looked at yes, you've been each given a grand total of 1 whole gold piece for risking your lives. And
I'm in the money.
he says, I absolutely appreciate all the effort in returning this. You continue to be an asset to the academy. We are certainly grateful. We don't have respect much outside of the academic circles. You lend a certain credibility, and it is most appreciated. However, there have been some contacts we have had to an adventurer like yourselves, who I think would be a wonderful addition to your assembly here. A young lady by the name of Fiona. Fiona Tumblepot. She should be just...
Pass.
Damn, new character.
No
Should've said
tumble pots will be in
Smithburg.
this group.
She should be outside, and he opens up the door. Fiona,
Yeah.
come. Thank you for just twice. Fiona, come in, please.
Peep an eye.
In comes a sprightly, young, I believe, gnome. What does she look like?
She's got crazy, like, curly, like, just unkept hair. Some, like, goggles that are, like, perched atop her head. Some simple leather armor. With every pocket, like, jammed full of different tools and, just, like, stuff to tinker with.
All right.
Yeah.
Fiona says she has gotten into a bit of a scrape now and again, and is an expert. What did you call yourself? A mechanic?
Oh, I'm an artificer.
Right, of course. And she comes with her tools and some sort of machine that she has brought.
It would be wonderful to have someone of your equal size. And he sees what's behind her.
Am I in tow?
You can
Yeah.
make the introduction. What happens?
This is my best friend, Vessel.
I am Vessel, child of Solin,
He's really
member
good.
of the Silent Army.
Yeah, that. He's really good at stuff.
Really tall.
Right behind her is a very tall, warforged individual. How would you describe yourself visually, Vessel?
Vessel is a conglomeration of metal and stone that seem to have some degree of supernatural flexibility to them. He's adorned in some common brightly colored cloth provided him by his companion Fiona, and has a what appears to be a round shield, kind of side saddle to his hip, given his size. And but the rest of his face is kind of covered a bit. You can still see his eye. He does emit a kind of blue glow through various crevices on his body, and he is adorned as well with different runes that you can see.
And as soon as he walks in the door, Valamir's jaw just sort of like drops open because he's fascinated by what he's seeing. And he's like tentatively at first, but then like with more confidence, like walks up to Vessel and doesn't acknowledge him. Just like starts walking around him, inspecting him. Fascinating. An automaton that has gained sentience. That is amazing. This is a fabulous research
Rob,
project.
Don't touch him. He doesn't like to be.
And like, just as I'm getting ready to... Oh, very well. We don't need to touch him.
It's brown butter.
Guiding bolt activate!
And the runes are fantastic.
I thought he'd be bigger.
What is the height difference between a Goliath and a warforged?
Depends. How big is the Warforged?
Just shy 7 feet.
Yeah, it's all right, little guy. I stand just over 8 feet tall. I'm 8.1 feet tall.
He gets bigger.
As he grows.
And
Imagine.
just to let you know, Cavan over there.
Fiona's at my
Flatty.
foot, kind of pumping a pedal.
No, you're good. I'll look out for you.
It's all my character that would allow for the height. I'd go bigger, but
By the way, someone in chat wants to know, Shakespeare in chat wants to know, does Vessel the Warforged have a mouth, or is he Optimus Prime?
Optimus Vessel.
Optimus Vessel.
One of those, like, closes a visor type of deal.
Vessel at this time does not have a mount. He is more or less a walking workbench, because as he's walking,
Mouth. Mouth, not mount.
mount.
Yeah.
I said mouth.
No, but it's still
Mouth.
strange to say at this time he does not have a mouth.
Yeah.
That is weird.
I have neither.
Okay, very good.
But
Nothing comes in or out, lest I say so.
So you're a prototype.
what you do notice on the back is kind of an impromptu kind of strapped work table that's kind of slung to his back, and various tools kind of hanging on different pegs and whatnot that have been placed there.
And
And
wind chime.
has no simple
I could
mind
use
to
those.
it. But
The associate professor at Galasira says, well, excellent. Fiona, please get to know these gentlemen, and we can certainly have a wonderful arrangement with your little alliance here and the academy.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Wonderful. Speaking of which, there is a meeting that is happening tonight with some of the higher-ranking professors. It's some sort of emergency meeting I'm not quite privy to.
Yes, I can attend. Thank you.
No. Only for tenured professors. I have a feeling they asked if you were coming back to town anytime soon, but did not specify any details. I said that might be the case. So this might lead to another assignment. So after this evening, perhaps by tomorrow morning, if you could meet me back here, we can see if there's something new afoot that might be of use for the academy.
Are you certain I was not invited?
I'm quite... What was your name again?
Valamir.
Yes.
Valamir Almarin Greyspell III.
Even more, yes.
Can you check the list?
No, tenured professor.
It's not that long of a list, Valamir.
just
Cavan walks over to Fiona and
call him
bends
Little
down and puts out his hand and says, "Hello, Fiona. I am Cavan.
People
Well-
die.
Yes, I will protect you. Don't worry."
Oh, I don't need protection.
Well, I'm bigger than you, so I'll protect you.
Vessel shifts a
Smaller
bit.
than you. Good. You're gonna get everybody's attention is gonna be drawn to you.
Usually that's the case. Yes.
Yeah.
The eyes of
And if I need
Celine are
protection-
fixed on this one.
I got my buddy
Holding-
Vessel.
Fiona.
Oh, of course.
But thank you.
Well, you're welcome. It's my duty.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing? What do you just got done with the project? You got done with what? An
Yeah.
adventure?
Cavan's a hero. He looks out for people. As you can tell, he's always upstanding in front of everybody.
Right now I'm kneeling, but
Constantly standing up.
He
this
stands
guy.
up.
Every time. Cole.
What's your deal? Why do you guys look alike?
Oh, that guy's my little brother.
Oh,
Oh, we're twins.
Well, I was born first.
One constantly says twins, the other says little brother.
I like you guys.
Yeah, you're all right.
Yeah.
We're tiny.
Well, what are you guys doing?
We
Let's
work
do
here.
something.
Yeah, let's do something.
Well, perhaps you could do it somewhere other than my study. The guest quarters you've used before are taken, unfortunately. They are not available here.
The nearest tavern, perhaps.
Of course. You are also more than welcome. I have beds available for you in the dormitory across the compound.
Which hall do we get?
The dormitory.
All right, that's what I like.
What's a dormitory?
Follow me, I'll show you.
Okay.
Cole heads out leading Fiona, and where Fiona goes Vessel, I'm assuming. All right. Thud, 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 thud down the hall.
Cavan will follow Vessel.
Yeah, and Valamir is like still a little bit in Vessel's bubble, kind of just looking at the intricacies of his movement. He's just like kind of walking over to the side, staring at the legs, and just like kind of watching how like uncomfortably weird about it.
Well, I suppose it's off to the next scene.
Exit stage left, even.
Almost said that one.
Vessel is used to the curiosity, so he's not reacting to you in that way. He's giving you birth to move about.
I am so gray in our live video. Oh my goodness. The zombie game master, Tom.
Sorry about that. We're
That's
working
right.
on it.
That's all right. All right, you guys head out. Cole, you lead the way to the dormitory, out into the compound. It is getting a little cold and a little dark, and you make your way through some grass and around the pathway to the dorm. The dorm, as you go in, is loud. It is a big room with several rows of small bunk beds, one after the other, after the other. There's a huge chandelier that's magically lit that hangs above and casts a dull light down above. And it's not very full. There are 15 boys and girls that are laughing and yelling and are just screwing around after their classes. And then everyone goes silent the moment they see the six of you. Your armor, your blades, your war hammers, and all that. They go really quiet.
Yeah,
I
we don't
think
have
they
blades.
idolize me
Yeah.
a bit.
A few gasp when they see the Goliath brothers enter, and then it's completely silent except for your footsteps and the rustle of your chainmail armor until the last of you enters, which is Vessel, the warforged, and then a shocked student just drops a book, thunk, that hits the floor, and they all watch you come in.
That happens a lot.
It's a prototype. Just leave it alone.
Nobody better be looking at me! And Cole turns around, big menacing voice for a second, and then kind of like drops down on the knees.
There's 3 screams from children.
Cole, don't scare the children.
I'm sorry, it's funny.
Children, it's okay. We're friendly.
You're just being funny?
Well, yeah,
That's kind of funny.
I'm hilarious.
You scare people just by, like, being loud?
I scare people just by being.
And again, the room is deathly quiet except for your conversation. The kids kind of step far away into between their bunks, giving you guys a wide berth in this huge hall of rows of bunk beds.
Is this the dormitory? There's just a bunch of kiddos and stuff?
Well, beds.
He made it sound more exciting.
This isn't exciting for you?
I mean,
Hey, kids, sorry. It's not exciting enough here.
One young boy starts to cry when you speak.
Be exciting!
What's the age range of pupils?
11 to 16.
Okay.
Dance, monkeys!
I'm going to have to work on my routine a little bit. Let's go get... Does everybody have food?
Let us get acquainted at the local tavern.
The cafeteria.
There's definitely a cafeteria here.
Is it a student union?
You guys all have cards.
The tavern may be a bit of a more appropriate place to unwind for a bit.
I was looking forward to Jamba juice.
what?
What would you say?
A Jamba juice.
Say that again?
That?
Jamba juice.
Okay, Kevin.
Is that a dance? What is that?
It's a
Inglourious
smoothie.
Spark
It's
is
a
not sponsored by
refreshing
Jamba Juice.
fruit smoothie.
Jamba is a mixture of fruits, as
Okay.
stated in
let's go,
Grinelda's.
oh my goodness.
You're in good company. This is fun. Come on.
Yeah. Let's go to
Yeah.
that tavern place.
All right, you guys leave the dorm and the kids behind and arrive at a tavern not too far away called the Wet Fiddler.
You just made that up.
I did.
As we approach, the bard makes his way to the front of the party, instantly grabs one of his instruments and just, "Good day!" to the doorman.
What's the instrument? What's your weapon of choice?
My small harp out.
All right. Your
He
little
just starts strumming, "Hello, friend."
What was the name of the Watery Pony?
Wet
Fiddler.
Fiddler.
Wet Fiddler. Okay.
which is
I
a
say.
class you don't want to choose.
And he looks kind of in the window. Do I see anybody playing anything in there?
There is no one playing anything. There is a crowd. It's really kind of quiet and relaxing, reserved place.
Say, dear chap, would you entertain me entertaining you this evening?
The bartender says, "You look like you know how to perform."
Of course, a natural. Arregus Willoughby performs anywhere and everywhere, all at once.
He says, "All right, you can use that table over there in the corner, and I get half of whatever you make."
In lieu of my half, allow my friends to drink for free as my payment.
Let me hear what you got first.
Now you owe me money.
He just, this is a song about two dragons. I call it a song of ice and fire.
Oh my god.
Far ago, and he just starts singing the song.
All right, playing on his harp.
Do you want me to enhance that or
That's
not?
up to you.
Yeah. So, Arregus and I have been traveling together for some time, and during his performances, I attend from the audience and will throw in a well-timed prestidigitation or minor illusion just to amplify and accentuate
It's called a
whatever.
plant in show business.
Yeah. And since we've been traveling together for some time, I know all the, where all the stops and
plugs
everything are. So I, help to enhance the performance a little bit through
All
just
right.
some minor magic.
I would like Valamir the wizard and Arregus the bard to make performance rolls, and we're going to take the average roll between the two of you.
Would that be more arcana for me?
We're gonna do
Arcana?
performance.
Can we not do performance? Anything but performance? 9.
Okay, we're going to average the two.
6 for me. Unfortunately, I've been rolling
Goodness.
bad.
All right, so
That's my third
I'm
two
a
in a
better
row, by the
performer
way.
than the bard.
So we have a 7 overall for
I'd
the
like to
average.
re-roll. I'm going to use a hero point if I can.
I don't think you
Well,
have
it was the next day. You have your inspiration thing again, right?
Oh, that's right. I do. I can I use that on myself, though?
Oh, is bardic inspiration?
Yeah.
Or
I
lucky,
can.
or are you not
No,
lucky?
it's a creature other than me.
Oh.
I am lucky. I can.
That's
Halfling
a
luck.
natural 1.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Yep.
He's out of
7.
luck.
You can provide me with the inspiration. Well, I guess we're probably.
The performance is not going as planned. The illusions are perturbed. They're like some bad European 80s video. It's not quite lining up right.
It's like watching Eurovision.
The music is medieval mixed with a polka and in the worst possible way. It's not quite going as well. And then the bartender comes over and leans in as you're playing. No half. I'll take half.
I just need to retune for this next one.
If I could just have a long rest.
You can get rid of the audience for me, perhaps.
Is there something wrong with the audio setup here?
Could I start in another hour and a half,
Can
perhaps?
we reboot the computer? Let's snap around at the tables.
Yeah.
All right, you guys are able to sit down and relax and take a load up. Anything interesting you want to do tonight? Otherwise, we shall fast forward.
Vessel, was it? Vessel?
I am Vessel,
You?
Power's on.
He's in sleep mode. You gotta jiggle him.
child of Solid,
Already in Sentry mode.
member of the Silent Army.
How did such
How
come?
can I help you?
How did such come to be from an automaton, as to be a servant of Solene?
I am a child of Solid,
Do you not serve?
found beneath a temple long ago.
Perhaps.
Does that answer your question?
Allow me to try. Fiona,
Yeah.
did you find?
She is Fiona.
How did you come to meet this most ancient creature?
So, my pop, tumble pot.
Say that again.
Pop, tumble pot.
Pots?
Just the mere fact you're calling him pop up means you're not ready for this.
Found vessel underneath the Temple of Selene in Mirskala.
Oh wow.
Like, oh man, we've been together since I was like 0, like before I was born. I think they found him.
I watched her grow.
Yeah, we're best friends, and him and my my father, Papa Tumble Pop.
Wait,
Found him and then
say
like,
that again as well.
Papa Tumble Pop.
It's really fun.
Pop, pop, papa.
Been saying it all week.
Papa Tumble Pop.
Order for Papa Tumble Pop.
You gotta do that in our next food order.
Starbucks.
They found him underneath the temple that was destroyed. Like that city was back in the Great War was almost decimated. And they found him and they put him back together. They're both great inventors, great mechanics. And they put him back together and got him working again. And we've been inseparable ever since.
How does such a creature gain sentience? Normally, such things are just golems, automatons, creations.
What's a golem?
It's an unthinking creature. It would normally be
That's
very.
not nice.
Well, that's what a golem is. I'm not saying that's what he is.
Okay.
I'm just saying that normally these types of creatures are of that lacking in a certain intelligence. But he is clearly
He's very
not.
smart.
Yes, clearly. I am seeing that, and I'm very intrigued.
As vessel, I carry within some spirit of Selene.
Do you have your own agency? Are you just working off Solene's
Blink
edicts?
once for yes.
Free vessel.
Where did the little girl touch you?
Where's our mark button already? I didn't think Alice would be the first.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Restart the season.
What? I mean, he's his own thing.
Are you?
In service to Selene.
Yeah,
And
he's part of
now
our family.
Interesting.
And
Very interesting.
you, gentlemen, rather large and clearly not from here. Where do you hail from?
You know us.
Yeah, I guess we already had this conversation like a week ago when we started working together.
Remind
It's the drink.
Where's the yes and? Jesus Christ! With the bard here. Jesus.
Did I roll a 2 on that or something? You know who I am. Okay, conversation's over. Next day, please. On to the next scene, I guess.
It's pretty great.
Flashback.
They are Goliaths from the east and supposed giants, but in Belgar's tome of giants and other oversized bipedal beasts, they're technically not classified as true giants. They are not part of the giant genus, if you will.
We are Goliaths.
Actually,
I'm trying to understand if I should say thank you or punch you in the face. I mean,
About
if you're
your
gonna think of,
giant
like,
genus?
if you're gonna try to compare us to giants, I suppose we'd be like the giants' version of a halfling.
But that's exactly what
I-
I'm saying. You
no
are
offense,
not
Arregus, you're
indeed
great.
step on
giant.
my shoes now. That won't
You
end
know
well
what's
for
better
me.
than a halfling?
No.
A gnome.
What is a gnome?
That's me.
You're gnome?
Yeah,
You're Fiona.
Fiona, the gnome.
Oh, I get it. No, you're good.
Like
you're
you're
funny.
a Goliath. I'm
yeah.
a gnome.
No, I get it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't
Halfling.
get it. He doesn't get it.
Look, we all have history. We grew up in the refugee camps on the outside of town, and it's not where we're from. Originally, we're from Ash Peak. Before that was destroyed by the war like almost everyone else's homes were. So we're here, and we're doing the best. And I don't know, Cavan, you're better at this than I am.
I'm gonna just go over here and count my payment again.
23,
17. I'm still at 1.
We were orphaned, like many after the war.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well,
So were they.
here we are now.
Man. Swissing.
He sits there smug that he just did psychic damage.
Charisma of 8, my friends. That's what it looks like.
So he got the harp and you got the snare drum.
Prestidigitize my shoulder real quick.
Our duty now is to protect the rest of the realm. The innocent. The defenseless.
Is that why you're here at the school?
I'm here to earn coin so that I can one day make an honorable pact of silver and make my
What?
vow to Solene.
What's a pact of silver?
I will one day bring all of the silver in my coin purse to the Temple of Solene and promise my life to her service.
Oh,
You are not in service to Solene? I do
I'm-
not see her mark upon you.
I'm just a Goliath from the Ash Mountains.
but you want to serve Celine?
I think I do.
Oh, man, you have a lot. You guys are gonna get along great. You and Vessel. He can help you, probably.
Can you help me, Vessel?
He doesn't talk a lot, but when he does, Soline's mentioned a lot. most of the time.
To Solene I can guide you.
I'm very happy about this.
But why does it take silver? So like the gold you make from the school, you like go to the bank and change it into silver, and you just carry around silver, and what do you do with it?
I
Like throw it at the church?
I don't know. I've only heard about this, but I've not been taught. Maybe Vessel can teach me.
Probably.
Sounds like a pyramid scheme.
I require all your silver.
All right. Anything else other than Seth gaining a DM inspiration? I'm just really digging what's going on there. I think you're at max right now. Max
Oh,
of
it's
1,
one,
so
yeah,
you can
yeah.
hand it off to someone else is our house
Who
rule.
has used their inspiration?
I got it over there.
Just you?
The bard?
Get after it, man.
All right.
Cole took his money over really when Cavan started talking and actually did decide to buy everyone drinks.
Okay.
So spent that and brought that back. But also took the remainder of it to buy bread. Like bread and sweets and treats and everything you could find, which you could get here or whatever it is on the way, because when the kids are asleep in the dorm, he's going to leave one with each of them.
Oh, that's nice. I thought he was going to eat them in front of them.
And they should keep thinking that. But that's his plan. Is to
All
make
right.
sure they all have some.
It is later that night, and you guys are back in the dorm trying to pick where to sleep. There are
I got top.
40 bunks, of which maybe, 15, 16 are occupied all on one side by the students. Where would you all like to sleep?
One of the other 25.
Okay, just at random?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's Vessel go?
The end of your bed.
I don't have a bed. That's what I'm asking.
Wherever
Sleeping
you,
on top
wherever
of
you. Oh, you're sleeping on top of me?
In my little workbench area.
You'll just find a space and kind of sit down so that she can prop, and then he just stays still for the
And then
remainder
you
of the
sit
night.
on this back workbench
So that's
area?
like not very big, obviously. I mean, he's big, but it's more like a a chair with a bench.
All right.
And that's like, but I'm tiny, so like I just like pull up a pillow and a blanket on the bench.
All right.
itself.
Looking at him from behind, it's almost like he has a small cape and they can't
Yep.
see you. Nice. That's cute.
Cole?
Yes.
Cole
Cole.
sleep closest to the door.
All right.
Just keep the room safe.
That puts you really close to a bunch of kids in the bunk bed next to them. Uncomfortably close.
I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable, but I do want to make sure that I can see the door.
Okay. All right.
The bard runs to the most middle bed
All right.
and pushes it like into the center of the room.
Fire hazard. You do so. The kids are still talking. They're murmuring more now. They're not as terrified, but they're still really watching. You can see them pointing at some of you guys and talking. And then there is a quick bit of footsteps coming towards the door to the dormitory. Tap, 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 tap. Some of the kids start scurrying and getting into their beds. A older woman comes in wearing a tight gown, and she is Ms. Pennywit. And she comes in and claps and says, "All right, everyone, calm down, calm down. Let's everyone settle down. It is time to get to bed and get some rest. Everyone will be doing lights out." And then she notices you all for the first time.
Hello. Good night, Miss Pennywit.
She said, "That also applies to all of you. This dorm is going lights out. All of you into your beds. Let's go, let's go."
Yes, Miss Pennywise.
And she looks over at Vessel and kind of sees this strange sleeping situation and your eyes tracking her as your body doesn't move.
Would you mind tucking the big one in?
She says, "All right, all of you, lights out now." And she snaps her fingers. The big chandelier goes down into a much more dimmer light. And she says, "Tomorrow it will be bread pudding and whistle mashed potatoes, green bean casserole, and pheasant for dinner." And she heads off, and I can't believe, that's just, they should have told me. And she grumbly walks off.
Sleeping with minors. I can't wait.
It is the next morning. You find yourself in Associate Professor Galasiris's office. He comes in a little late as usual and says, "Oh, good morning. Good to see you all. Some of you look well rested." Yes, have a seat. It turns out there was an interesting meeting last night. I'm not exactly privy to all the details, but I do think it might be of interest to you. There was a visiting speaker to the academy, a Mr. Halbin. Our groundskeeper picked him up 4 days ago, and he has been a guest of ours for a while. And he did not show up for his first guest lecture yesterday afternoon. Something about the history of Palacia. I was quite interested in attending. He borrowed some scrolls from our collection the night before, capable of some magic, and did not show up the next day, which was yesterday. We fear the worst, and perhaps some part of the magic in the scrolls went awry, and he might be injured. They have asked me, and so, pardon me, I'm asking you if you could please find Mr. Halbin, ensure he is safely returned to the academy grounds, recover the scrolls as we don't want them getting into the wrong hands, and if you could please return the scroll case, as it does have some historical value to us. And your normal payments will be delivered upon accomplishing this task.
The bard looks around at the room to see if that's adequate enough.
Valamir just kind of shrugs. He's kind of indifferent about the money
Yeah.
aspect of it.
First job!
Second
job.
He's
Not
bad.
for me, for this one.
17.
Us, both of us.
Yeah, very excited. And right, hey, Vessel, good to see you.
He's easy to miss. It's all right.
He's so small.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
Oh, I also mentioned this was a low ceiling room for a human, so you Goliath,
Oh,
you're hunkered down.
in squats every time I'm
you're
in here.
Gandalf in Bilbo's house. All right. What would you guys like to do?
What guidance can you give us
Where
on
was he staying?
how to track down this Mr. Halbin? Who has he been speaking with? Where has he been staying? We will need access to such things.
If I can retrace what I recall, he was picked up by the groundskeeper 4 days ago. He stayed in our quarters, one of our guest quarters, and now we cannot find him on school grounds. He came from out of town, I know not from where.
So this random individual that was found on your
It's
lawn,
all right. Let's go talk to the groundskeeper.
that was found on your lawn by a groundskeeper.
He's not
You
random.
let him have access to your scrolls and such.
No, one of the other professors reached out and contacted him and asked him to visit to our city, and
Gotcha.
he was picked up and brought and has stayed here for the last few nights,
Yes.
except last night. You did not get enough sleep, did you, Goliath?
No.
Oh, so he was brought 4 days ago, lost last night?
He was not here last night.
Okay, missing last night. Sorry.
Where was he sleeping?
In one of the guest quarters.
We just go talk to the groundskeeper. Groundskeeper will know where he's staying, and might have more information than the associate professor.
Galacerus.
Galasaurus.
Yes.
So where do you keep the grounds?
We saw him when. Well, no, you guys. I wasn't with you guys. Never mind.
Don't worry, dear boys, this way.
And
Yeah.
the bard heads out.
Yeah, we're
Follow
going.
Arregus.
We're
Yeah,
going.
we'll follow.
Arregus, you are outside, and at the front gate, there is a guy wearing coveralls and snipping at some bushes. He does not have a big red beard and a Scottish accent, though. He does not.
Yeah.
Not groundskeeper Willie.
No.
Can't find the grounds anywhere.
And you walk up to him, the six of you. And he looks a little confused and raises an eyebrow.
Say there, fellow. Questions
Yes.
for you.
Down here.
Yes, I know you.
Yes, yeah. Well, how could you not? Quick inquiry. We were told that you showed a man.
Oh, he's a half-orc, by the way.
Oh, okay. Change tactics then. Hey! Stupid son of a bitch! No, so, dear fellow, we were told that you assisted one of our associate professors on the grounds the other evening.
That's right.
Could you escort us to where you left him?
No,
For what reason?
I have work to do. Shouldn't you have work to do?
This is our work.
It's not my work.
It could be.
Wow, what?
Simply telling us the information we need
Yes.
allows us to leave you to your work. Delaying us further would cause us to go speak with your employer, possibly freeing you of service altogether.
Make an intimidation roll, please. Are you proficient at all in this? Are you good at this?
I'm okay in it. I'm not proficient, but I'm okay. Can't do worse than 2. 16.
I got stuff to do, but I can tell you, I don't want any trouble.
A general location, dear boy. Anything
right.
would do. Any help you can provide.
Just keep my name out of whatever's going on
I
here.
didn't ask your name.
Right.
Groundskeeper number 3. I think.
I was asked to go pick up this guy, Halbin. So I just walked down to the Regal Castle is the name of the place.
Yes.
And I don't like that guy. I didn't like him right from the start. I had to argue with the old innkeeper, who barely even recognized the man's name. And then Halbin comes out, and he's like racing to get his shirt on, covering up a big scar in his arm. And then he follows me to the school. We're just walking, and he doesn't say anything to me the whole way there.
Rather odd.
Rather rude.
I would say so.
Did the scar look fresh?
Nah.
Ominous.
And I don't know that word.
Perplexing.
I don't know that word.
Dangerous.
Hi, sir. How are you?
Hello.
I'm Fiona. What's your name?
My name is Uvor.
Uvar, nice to meet you.
Uh-huh.
Where was Mr. Halburn staying? We know it's in a guest quarter, but which one?
It's the red door one. 3rd floor.
Can we get access in there? Is it open, you think?
Follow me. And
Okay.
he gets a keychain ring and goes back into the academy. Goes up several flights of stairs. You guys are following him there. You pass by classrooms. One classroom has is like an arboretum with tons of plants hanging from the ceiling. A glass house style with light coming down and through, and someone there mixing some interesting little herbs together. You pass several doors and come to a red door, and he takes his keychain out. He knocks, unlocks it, opens the door with a creak, and inside is a darkened room. Several of you have stayed here before when the guest rooms were available. You see this room is cold, the fire has not been used, and it looks empty. A little disheveled and not put back together from someone being there.
Valamir will start an investigation and also detect magic.
All right.
We can, if you need to get back to your work, Uvar, we can lock up when we're done.
No, I'll come back later.
Okay.
And he walks away, turns around, and then walks away again.
I'll wave it.
All right.
While Chris' character there is
Valamir.
doing that. Valamir. Thank you.
The wizard.
Vessel will reach over the doorframe and cast light on the crossbeam there.
All right.
So-
A light lights up the room magically, and that lasts an hour or something like that?
Something like that.
All right. You can see. It's traditional, simple cot. It's not gorgeous accommodations. A desk, some shelves with no books in them whatsoever. It does. There's no suitcase. There's a little chest of drawers there, and there's a mirror and a window.
You can hear Vessel whisper, "I do this for Sully."
No scroll cases or anything like that.
You see 0 scroll cases in any of the things I just described.
Okay.
Cavan just kind of stands there, closes his eyes, and tilts his head up, and uses divine sense.
Divine sense. What does divine sense do? Tell
Divine
us.
sense can detect good or evil. It can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell, or know the location of anything celestial, fiend, undead within 60 feet that's not behind cover.
All right. And at the same time, we have the wizard casting detect magic. Did I hear? What is that experience like when you cast detect magic? Is there a sound or anything?
No. It's very dramatic and some like mumbling, a lot of hand waving. All of Valamir's spells are
Unnecessary.
unnecessarily dramatic.
All right.
Absolutely,
He learned
it's
from the best.
it
don't
is
you?
a show to be sure. Whenever he's casting
So
a spell,
capital S on the somatic part.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's he's sort of
I'm picturing something. I'm
Yeah.
picturing you make this at the end of the spell, a big hand gesture, and you create this 3D Iron Man map, and then you start rotating it around, trying to detect senses of
yes.
sources of
Essentially,
magic.
I'm casting minor illusion first, and then following that up with detect
That's why your
magic.
spells always take
Yeah.
twice as long.
Yeah.
He's casting minor illusion. All right, you cast detect magic, and how? I have a
Detect magic.
foot.
It is a ritual spell. Concentration up to 10 minutes.
All right. You cast that spell and detect no magic at all.
And I'm also doing a more traditional investigation of the room.
All right.
Divine sense.
Divine sense. You detect nothing unusual with divine sense either.
Okay.
And I have our wizard here, and I'm going to make a roll for you.
Yep.
The halfling goes up to the other Goliath and does your brother do that all the time as well? Because the wizard does that.
Are you guys brothers?
No, but every
Pointing
time
at
he might as well be. Every time we go into a room, he starts dancing. It's just awful.
This is not dancing.
It's jazz hands.
Hear you.
It's ritual
like
spell
dancing.
casting. Thank you very much.
Valamir, where in particular are you focusing your attention?
Describe the room again.
Square.
No.
I can't remember.
There's a
it's-
pot, an empty bookcase.
Yeah, simple combinations. Desk, chest of drawers, mirror, window.
Yes. Desk, chest drawers, mirror, window, bed.
Okay, you detect nothing.
Fiona wants to go around the perimeter of the room looking for like anything out of place or like maybe secret compartments like in the floorboards or the walls.
All right. Fiona. Fiona, you determine one odd thing, and with the rather cool night air, that the window has been unlocked and left open for some time.
Okay. So this window's been open for a while.
Oh, yes. I was about to mention that.
How did you get up there? She's a good
If,
driver.
if I like get up on the window ledge and look out, are we on the first floor?
Nope.
Third floor.
Third floor.
Third floor?
Good eye,
What's
Fiona.
below?
A massive Grand Canyon for you. A trestle with some vines.
Oh. What okay.
Where does it go to? Like going down, what part of the academy does it go to?
Goes to the back area that has some benches and more of a relaxing parkish area, courtyard of the academy.
Is there a clear exit from that courtyard?
There is a gate on the far wall, maybe 100 yards away.
I mean,
This, yeah, seems to be our perhaps avenue
either somebody
of escape.
came in and they both went out, or he went out, didn't come back.
And you said the room was really not made up. You know, it was like left somewhat unattended. Is it kind of taking that information into context? Does it look like there was maybe a struggle in the room at all?
That is indeterminate.
I'm gonna go downstairs and see what's at the bottom of the window. I don't want to climb down. I'm not good at stuff like that.
Yeah, there's no need for us to do so. Let us travel to see where this courtyard leads to.
All right. You head down to underneath the window. Fiona, make an investigation or survival roll.
17.
17.
Not
You
bad.
are able to see a set of footprints that trail off from the trestle, and you lose them a bit, but you're able to find them again off of a path, and they head away from the trestle and towards that very gate. But there they disappear onto the city streets. And they're faint. It's been a while.
So there's some footprint, like human size.
Yes.
Okay. There's some footprints leading to the gate. Let's go check it out.
She says, standing in one.
Yeah.
Does it appear, Valamir has Fiona kind of point them out, and does it look like it's a single set of footprints?
Yes.
Or, okay. Yeah, I think we
Yep.
head that way.
Yep. Nice to not be in that place anymore. Oh, I can stretch out here.
So where are you headed?
Towards the gate.
Okay, you are at the gate, and the gate opens up into the rest of the city.
There's no gate attendant or anything, I presume.
Nope.
And the footprints lost.
Yep.
'Cause it's not like it just happened.
They walk across the bit of the mud in the courtyard and then hit a stone path that leads to the gate, and that's it.
So we open the gate, like, what's there?
An avenue with several homes over here, and then street after street after street. The city just stretches for quite a bit in all directions.
This is going to be tough.
We perhaps need some more information.
We need to know where he went.
Where does one
Yes.
with spell scrolls go?
Yeah, that's a good job, Vessel.
I mean, if I had spell scrolls I wasn't supposed to have, and they weren't going to be going anywhere,
I would make you give them back.
well, yeah, but before that, I'd try to get paid.
Yeah.
Who
Who
wants-
knows this city? We don't. Vessel and I don't know the city at all.
You might know you and
Cole and
Cavan?
Calvin.
Arregus.
Cole and Arregus might know a little bit about that kind of stuff.
Let me go
I
see if
can't
I can
really-
talk to somebody
Yeah,
who
I'm
might,
not great at investigation.
might need to fence these.
Cool. Before you go, take a word of luck. And I'll throw you a bardic inspiration.
Woo!
That
Thank
lasts for
you.
10 minutes.
Yeah,
all
is
right.
there like a magic shop or like a bookstore, maybe?
Yeah, kinda.
Oh.
You might have some leads on some sketchy bookstore style place here. We shall see. Arregus, what are you looking for?
I am going to go to the kind of the lowest rung on the ladder tavern, like the slums bar, where I'm not like known as the best performer or whatever, but I've performed there. So hopefully I can,
So one of their worst performers.
hopefully
So were
they'll
we just
recognize
the
me
wet
enough to save
sister?
face and, try to get information from those local customers if they've seen anybody.
Okay. Why don't you both make investigation rolls, please?
Make them good
With
ones.
the bark
Who is both?
inspiration.
The two people I was just talking to.
You have inspiration. I can't use it on myself, of course.
I'm gonna
You
roll
said
first.
investigation.
and what do we have music going with our thing, Jeremy?
Should.
Just check
You
it.
don't have the
Should,
inspiration, but
yes.
you do have the hero point version of that.
Thank you. Yeah, we do.
Ooh, that's not great. I'm gonna use.
Jesus.
I don't know. I'm gonna save that inspiration. I think.
Inspiration.
I get it for 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
I'll go ahead and use it. 9.
Total of 9.
Total of 9.
Total of 18.
Okay.
Not a lot of investigation on this guy.
Yeesh, boy, that's interesting. Okay, you find nothing at all, Cole, that fits any bookstore or anything that would buy that. You thought you did, but you don't.
Yeah, I don't.
Instead, you end up buying sweets at a store to keep from the children.
They're delicious.
And not sharing. You just come back with cream on your mouth. You, Arregus, go to a bar called the Rotten Duck. And you are glad that Cole did not come with you because you've been here with him before. He's done some fighting down in the basement and has stirred up some trouble with people. But the owner bet against him and is now pissed off at him and thinks he owes him some money.
You should know better.
And you show up here and are chatting with a owner of the bar, an obese human, very dirty and greasily eating some chicken behind the bar. And you're chatting with him about what in particular?
Listen, Clem. I'm looking for someone who, like me, doesn't look like he should be
My
here.
name's Chims.
Chims.
Chims?
Chims.
Super.
Chim Chim Cherise?
No, Chim Chim Taroo.
Chims Cherie's my mom. I'm looking for someone who had a stroke of desperation, perhaps. Trying to get rid of some items, maybe? Magical scrolls. Someone who doesn't look like they belong. Trying to get rid of items they should not have.
He looks like the old woman from the Holy Grail. No, no scrolls here. He says, well, what's it to ya?
Perhaps.
Fiona's not having a good time with that sound.
Perhaps a promise
Uh-huh.
that you don't see me or Cole for quite some time.
I want to see Cole one more time. Me and the boys downstairs think that he owes 8 silver our way.
And if I bring you your Goliath, you'll give me the information I need?
I may know something about some scrolls.
8 silver, that's equal to like three gold.
That's like 10
Yeah.
gold worth.
Yeah.
You got it, buddy.
Let me see if he would take the wager.
All right, I'll be here. And I'll be waiting.
Obviously, yes. That's how your job works.
Good man. Good man.
You make sense.
Meeting up with the group again. So I might have a lead. I don't think any of you, well, most of you won't like it. One of you will love it.
Why do you keep looking at me?
Because I can't look in his eyes. He's too tall. Cole.
My eyes are up here.
Do you remember Chibs?
Yeah, I remember Tim's.
Vessel.
I do not know Chips.
I think it's time Cole
I know
introduced you.
Cherie.
Oh, you know his mother. Well, Cole, Cavan, perhaps the brothers could pay a visit to Chibs.
Do you mean pay a visit or you mean pay a visit? Because either one's good for me.
Cole.
All right. We'll go talk nice.
Is that what you meant by pay him a
Why
visit?
don't you leave it at talk?
What do we need to say? Cavan, you talk to him.
We can go talk. I'll try and get you out of this. Again.
He's going to try to get me into it. Arregus, hang
Are
on.
you gonna get into it?
Before we go, you ask a lot of questions. A little person.
He's a thinker.
So many questions come out of you.
She is
How do you fit all those questions in there?
I can barely hold on to one.
What? Why does he want to talk to me?
He feels you could throw in the towel, perhaps?
Mm-hmm.
Let him think he's worth more than his salt?
So the first rule of chins is we don't talk about chins. That kind of towel?
That kind of towel. Just like old times, dear boy.
Cavan, you told me not to do old times again.
Maybe we can just
I have
talk.
questions.
She raises her hand.
They're talking around me!
You're getting an allowance of tokens for questions.
She's jumping on the back of the robot.
All right.
I'll lead you in, and if things don't go... Well, if they go the way they will, we'll need your services.
Yeah, you should. Vessel should go with you.
That's a splendid idea.
Should we
We should all go.
Vessel on!
He's always on.
I am Vessel, child of Solene, member of the Silent Army.
Hey, Vessel.
Vessel, wish me happy birthday!
Play light jazz.
Hey, Vessel, what's the temperature outside?
Foggy with a chance of Solene.
We're stupid.
I love it.
Don't get two vessels next to each other either.
So what do you say, boys? Are you in for a romp?
We'll go talk.
Very well.
Yeah, let's all go.
All right.
All right. Into the bar called
Rotten Duck.
What?
Rotten Duck.
Rotten Duck. You go and
That was rubber duck.
That's the bar next door.
You go
A little
in
more classy.
all at once, one at a time. What's the plan? It may matter.
I figure the two, or maybe like the two, or the brothers and I would go in, or just
Valamir will
whoever-
stay
whoever
outside,
wants to go
but
in,
be,
really.
kind of earshot-ish of...
He's like covering things with his firebolt.
Is there a
Yup.
like telekinetic thing? Like, do you have to? Are you just earshot? I don't know.
We're practically family.
I'm just saying, like, if she goes down to the basement and you're upstairs, would you know to come down? Or something?
Yeah, if she goes,
I'm right.
Just laying out my
I'm
scenarios,
riding
okay?
on the shoulders.
even better.
The vessel mobile, got it.
Yeah.
Why do you think they call him that?
This way we're taller than Cole.
Only if you stand.
Yeah.
Get y'all a trench coat.
Vessalonia.
I like that.
Yeah, so I will knock knock.
You can just go into a tavern.
Enter.
You don't have to say enter.
It's not a speakeasy.
Be warned, not coming in.
All right, you stride in, Arregus. Behind you come two brother Goliaths. Is that correct?
If the paladin wants to, but Cole is
Cole is
the main
coming
guy.
in. Bye.
No.
All right, two brother Goliaths duck under the door, and Chims is there. Chims is there, continuing to eat some fatty, buttery covered meats with big, fat, buttery fingers. And he sees you and drops some half-eaten morsel on his plate, which falls to the ground, which he just scoots it away with his shoe upon seeing you, and he says your name. Cole.
Shims.
I am Vessel.
You're not there yet. You're
I'm
there
not doing it? Okay.
From outside. You're early.
And Arregus, dear boy.
Wait for
I
the
thought we
signal.
were introducing ourselves.
Introduction mode disabled. Heresy mode enabled.
Now, Chims, as promised.
He ignores you and looks at you, Cole. You screwed me over, Chims. And you gotta pay. I know plenty of people that want to cut you.
You know plenty of people, but they like me better than you.
No. They like money better than you.
Well,
So here's what's gonna happen before you say anything out of that mouth of yours.
yeah, good one.
He took a while. You could see him roll low and try and re-roll it as well.
Roll for adjective.
Another tool.
Damn it.
Can't get worse.
You dumb dummy.
Oh, he didn't even make it that far.
You're going to pay me my money. 8
me my money.
8 silver right here, right now. And if you do, 2 things are going to happen. You want to know what those 2 are? Can you count to 2?
I'm spelling nicely, yeah.
Number 1, I'm going to abide by my agreement with your little friend here, the halfling. Unlike what you do. Number 2, I won't sick the boys on you, and you'll walk out of here alive, never to come back.
Cavan walks forward.
Now there are 2 of them.
He like pop up from behind him. Hello.
Cole will walk out of here alive, no matter what.
I think that's what he just said.
So, Cole, 8 silver. Want me to help you count it out? Lay whatever your Goliath purse is out here, and I'll help you.
Chins, you know that if I had it, I'd give it to you. I'd give it to you a long time ago if I had it. But I don't. But I got this. I have a way to make you 30 silver. I'll give it all to you. It'll be the purse. It'll be all yours. And we can do one big fight.
Cole.
But it won't be two twin brothers
Cole.
going at it, throwing in towels. You know what I mean? Fiona!
Cole.
I got a fight for you you'd never see.
You are being summoned.
I think he wants you.
It's
Go
it's
in.
more dramatic if you go, Fiona.
Catapult launch. Window mode active. Vessel will stride into the room.
All right, Fiona, you duck mounted on behind him. Got to figure out what the hell that means action movement wise for the rest of the campaign.
It's like Ratatouille.
Yeah, I got to look up mounted rules all of a sudden. All right, you two come in. What's this?
I am Vessel.
It's Master Blaster.
And now you can't leave.
Hey, Vessel, where are you from?
Barter Town.
I have been summoned for what reason?
This is Chims. Chims likes to play games. And he wants us to play a game. He wants to see if you and I could get into a fight. For 3 rounds, at 5 minutes each, and walk away.
Cole.
I do this for Solid. And he stares at
Why do you...
Fiona.
There's a Solene lever she's itching to pull or not.
This guy, Chims, has information for Arregus. Arregus arranged a meeting for us so that Chims could be square to give Arregus his information. Chims wants to take money from me. I don't have money,
Wait.
but I've got Vessel, and he can make bets on which one of us could win.
But wait. So, remember when we were talking to the groundskeeper?
No.
And Arregus was like, not very nice, and then I went in and I was nice, and he did things for us.
Sounds lovely.
Did you ask him nicely?
Who?
The Chims guy.
Oh, good question. Hey, Arregus, did you ask Chims nicely?
This is the nice way.
Yes. He did.
But why? I don't think you want to.
What about my money?
How
Make
much
a-
money does he want?
Go ahead and answer.
Well, sounds like he wants about 8 silver.
This is all about 8 silver.
Is that okay?
You got a gold yesterday, and that's probably not your only gold.
Is that more than
Or
silver?
is this like if you want to fight somebody, why don't you just fight him?
There are
I'm
patrons in
blushing.
the
I'm
room
getting a little
going,
embarrassed.
Like, why do you want to fight Vessel?
Why do I not want to? Look at him.
Cole.
That's all he keeps saying.
It's like talking to your dog that just keeps doing something bad.
So if I... Hang on. I just need to talk to him.
every time.
If I give him a
Happened
gold,
last time.
then we
started
can
to
just
see why
get
you
all
were
this
so
done. We
angry
don't
with
have to fight.
Yeah, like not even a gold, 8 silver. Like, I'll give you 8 silver to give to him if you're strapped for cash. Do you owe debts?
I don't.
Like, I know you made money yesterday from
What are
the
debts?
school.
Oh yeah, but we drank that.
Here, and I just reach in my pocket. I'm like, here's 8 silver.
He's like, can you split a copper for that?
Ah,
Like, you don't need to fight,
Chims, it's your lucky day.
especially Vessel. Like, I'm good. I'm like, if you want to fight this Chims, go fight Chims. Don't fight Vessel.
Cole.
Cavan,
Keep sounds
this
like you
8
say
silver?
Kevin.
It's 8 silver. They're all right there.
The group just gets, oh no.
17. 8.
Cole
You're rich. It's like 80 silver.
walks up to Chims, fists clenched, looks as far down as he can to get right into his face. Here.
Tink, 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 tink.
8.
That was 9.
Coins, probably.
That's the gold he had mixed up in there. He scoops it up and says, "Yeah, knew I'd get you to pay. Your bet's good now. Your debt's done, but you're not allowed here ever again."
Oh, darn.
He scoops up the coins. Well, it's been a pleasure. What?
The first half of the deal.
Right. I know a guy who's been in here a bunch lately, and he's been all excited about scrolls. His name is Halleray.
All right.
And I haven't seen him in a day or so, but I'm sure he'll be back. And he's a wannabe thief. Tried to recruit some of my guys, but they told him to shove off.
Does he always do his recruiting here?
He's here too much for my liking, but he does pay. It doesn't get debt owed to me.
Sounded like you were talking to me.
Do you, Mr. Chims, do you know of anywhere else he frequents?
Make a persuasion roll, please.
I'll drop 2 more silver on the counter.
Make it with advantage.
Nice. Good call.
An 8.
He scoops up the silver. Pleasure doing business with you.
Now, Chims. What would you say to another proposal? You've told Cole to get out and never come back. Would you allow me and the others to stay and stake out the person we're looking for?
Sure. As long as you're buying drinks. I don't give a damn what you
Would
do.
you consider a tune in lieu of payment?
No. Your reputation precedes you.
One roll! One roll! A career gone after one roll! Might as well be a rogue at this point. Next week, I'm a rogue.
There's certain things you can't sing about in the city of Elmithra.
That's funny. Yeah, so I will put that to the group, I guess. So we could stay here and wait for him to come back, or leave and try it elsewhere.
So we don't all have to stay here.
Not all of us, of
We all,
course.
one of us already can't stay here.
Yes.
It's me. I can't stay here.
Yes. Perhaps going back to the gate area to see if he.
I don't think he's going. If he
was
stole
there.
stuff, he's not. Why would he go back to the school? He's got to be trying to sell it somewhere. Hey,
Yeah.
Mr. Chims. Where would, if somebody was trying to sell those scrolls, where would they go?
Sell magic scrolls.
Yeah.
He taps at the counter.
Wow.
Fiona will put 1 gold piece there.
On the counter?
Her she's raised up, but like her finger stays on the gold piece.
All right.
So does vessels.
A greasy
Add a
finger
little weight.
goes towards it, but then a big robotic warforged finger plants on top. He says, "There's a shop that deals in some sketchy stuff.
Where's it at? What's it called?
It doesn't got a name, but I'll tell you for that gold.
Where's it at? And I'll let you have it.
Let me have the gold, and I'll tell you where it's at.
Can I trust you?
Always."
I gave you a couple silver, and you just smiled at me, which is a nice smile, but
It's a 2 silver smile.
okay. And I like
episode
I
name.
take my finger off the gold piece.
Vessel presses the moment for a little bit,
All right.
and then lifts the finger.
And absorbs it into he
Yeah, he keeps it there 1 hour.
he reaches over and snatches up the gold and says, "You take three streets down the right, and then there's an alley. It's got an archway that's cracked. You go through the archway, and there's a cellar door. Bang 4 times, and don't tell him I sent you."
Okay.
Boy, I need to bring this voice back. It's deliciously
Four
uncomfortable.
knocks.
That's what I said.
Okay.
And you come back anytime, little lady.
Yeah, this is a nice place.
It's a nice place.
I don't think you've seen a lot of places.
Just like, yeah.
Oh,
you're right.
yeah.
I haven't seen a lot of places. But also, you catch more flies with honey than you do vinegar. That's what Pop Tumblepot used to say.
Yes, it's always nice to have a honey trap around.
Okay, let's go.
All right, you guys head out. Where are you headed?
3 streets to the right.
Okay, you go there.
Great on till morning.
Archway down to the cellar. Bang 4 times.
You bang, you find the cellar door. You bang 4 times, and you hear a lock open, and the door swings open, and there is a guy who's kind of blinded by a little bit of the sun.
Blinded by
He looks
the
really thin, wearing some scraggly-looking clothes, and he says, "Yeah. Well,
I'll let you get
This has been your
I
thing
closes
here.
the door."
Hey! My name's Fiona. Who are you?
My name's Arlick.
Peepedai, Arlick.
Hey,
Let's fix that.
Somebody at the school told me that you might be selling some hard-to-get things.
the school, huh?
Yeah.
I got some stuff.
Can we come in and take a look?
All right. And he looks and, well, how many? I don't like the looks of that one or that one.
How many will you let come in?
How about you and the pretty one?
Valamir steps forward.
You two. You two, that's good.
Okay.
All right. He lets Valamir and Fiona go in and closes the door behind her. The sentence hadn't even been finished before Valamir steps in.
yes, thank you. Yes.
Obviously, you're talking about me.
You walk down these stairs into a basement, and there you see he's got some crates with some hay sticking out of them, and a bunch of doodads and knickknacks, some weapons that are in there. You believe some sketchy-looking herbs are also located there in a couple little piles. And
Hey, Bright Lotus.
quite possibly. And he says, "Yeah, what exactly are you looking for the school?"
Well, somebody at the school told me you buy and sell certain scrolls.
Valamir sort of like ruffling his wizard's cloak, like, you know, he's very clearly a wizard.
Okay.
Yeah. So Valamir is dressed basically in like really kind of like a deep purple robe, and on all of the hems are inscribed runes, and it's like clearly a wizard's robe. So like he's dressed the part.
All right.
What do you know about that, Arlick?
I know I've been trying to get a hold of some.
Yeah? From,
No, I don't know that.
Had any
I don't know.
No, I don't know that.
Oh, okay.
Halloray.
Halloray. Have you had
You've
any?
been told 2 names, so don't.
Have you had any luck recently in your seeking?
I think so. but then I got screwed over.
How'd you get screwed over?
Maybe we can help.
My guy didn't get him to me, and he took off. You think you can help?
We can certainly help. Did you see the size of our crew?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'll give you 3 gold if you can bring me this scroll case with the scrolls in it.
Okay.
All right.
Give us a lead.
Go to the Regal Castle and ask for Halleray. Show him you mean business. And take it from him and bring him back
You
here.
hear laughter from outside.
Okay.
We got a deal?
We got a deal.
All right.
Didn't like I put my little hand
You
up?
raised your hand up. All right. He shakes it.
Okay. Hopefully we'll see you soon.
All right. You guys head out. You meet your friends outside in the alley.
What'd you hear?
Not a damn thing we didn't already know. I don't say that. Not a thing we didn't already know.
Not a peep a damn thing.
Damn thing.
Give it a week.
He said he'll give us 3 gold for the scrolls in the scroll case, which obviously we're not going to do.
That's like 24 silver.
But he told it's
irrelevant.
Yeah, 24 silver.
Are you good at math now?
He told us to go to the inn that he's staying at.
But we were just there.
No, we weren't.
The Regal Castle?
We were at the Red Door.
The
No.
red doors in the Regal Castle.
Nope. We've been to the Rotten Duck. The Red Door was.
Those are 2 different places?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that it was a red door at the Regal Castle.
No, the Red Door was at the Academy, in the guest quarters.
Okay.
He was picked up from the Regal Castle, taken
Yes.
to the Red Door.
And now maybe he might be back at the Regal Castle.
Halvin is the right name, or am I like...
Halbin is,
that is
the person
Yeah.
with the scrolls.
That's what
Halleray
we've
was
been
the
sent to
person
after.
trying to steal the scrolls.
Okay.
They are likely the same being.
Yeah, he just got the name wrong.
Or he is given a different alias.
Well, let's go to the Regal Castle. Anybody know where that's at?
In Castletown.
All right.
In Regalville.
Cavan leads you to Castletown, and you go to a little series of rooms.
I'm curious about something. Who runs Castletown?
Who runs Castletown? Say it. You are there. It's a inn, 2-floor inn, and it does not look particularly great. And you are there. You step into the place. It's 3 stories tall. It's dilapidated. As you go into the entrance, there's a counter. There's an old guy half asleep at the counter who kind of wakes up a little bit and shifts his glasses as you come in. The place smells like garlic, and that's where you're at. Welcome to the
Yeah.
Regal Castle.
We're looking for Halleray.
It's 6 silver for a week. We don't do by day here.
Halleray.
No, I'm Laz.
Is there a guest by the name of Halleray?
I don't know, there's like a guest book or something. That's privileged information.
How privileged.
What?
How much is it going to cost for you to tell us?
6 silver a week. We don't rent rooms by
No.
the day.
We just need information. My name's Fiona. What's your name?
My name's Laz. He shifts his glasses again. Welcome to the Regal Castle.
Laz, we're looking for one of your guests. We have an invitation for him from the school.
I can take that.
We would like to. It needs to be hand delivered.
I don't know why I like those so much.
You're not gonna tell us what room?
What?
What room is?
I've got several
Tolerated.
rooms available. 6 silver a week. We don't do rooms by the day, little girl.
Is there like a telltale like behind them, like a hooks with room numbers with keys on
Yes.
them? Which rooms have keys on those hooks?
Which rooms have
Or
keys?
do not.
Or do not?
Uh,
There's a lesser number.
There are 8 out of like 12 rooms that are missing keys.
Oh, wow.
So, Laz, do you sell rooms by the night?
No. 6 silver a week. All luxury rooms. You hear outside someone hawking fish. No, not that hawk.
Salmon.
So are all the rooms? This is
Keep
like
forgetting I'm allergic to
a
cod.
hotel or like a motel situation. Like, are there all the rooms
I'm
like
thinking
on the
of a guy in a
exterior of
wheelchair
the
talking
building,
to a
or-
robot.
Yeah. Yes. You know there are several from the outside.
Okay. Take-
How many rooms?
No rooms. Thank you very much.
Oh. And he puts his arms back down his chin and on the little guest book and closes them and starts to nap again.
So, is the guest book visible?
Yeah, it's closed or whatever, but it's
It's closed. Oh. Doesn't somebody have a sleep spell?
No. I mean, yes, but no.
That is an absolutely in character conversation.
Yeah.
Hey, don't you have a sleep? No. Yes, but no.
I'm gonna go check some of these rooms out.
I'm gonna go knock on some doors.
Careful. Knock carefully.
Yeah. Come on.
Cole.
No,
I'm not-
I feel like when you say you're gonna go knock on some doors, that is different meaning than when I say it.
The
Yeah,
bard
you're catching
kinda-
on, this guy.
The bard kind of
girl.
leans into his jacket and says, I think there's a spill on the 3rd floor. You better get over here quick. He's going to cast Dissonant Whispers
what the hell?
to the store clerk there.
Isn't this massive psychic damage?
Kill him.
Just destroy. Ah!
Sure, you're not.
I don't know if it's a choice on what I,
was-
can
It's like
make or
it's like
not.
3d6 psychic damage. I think.
minor illusion.
Oh, you're gonna do that?
Changes.
Okay, yeah, do that.
anything.
You would destroy this man in every sense. He would cease to have ever existed.
Well, at this point, it's kind of what I want.
I assume there's a kitchen, something behind him.
There is an open door behind him.
Okay. So, Valamir will kind of sit down nearby like he's sort of indifferent. And then Mr. Laz will hear the distinctive sounds of rats in the kitchen.
Okay.
Little scraping, scrappy type stuff. And it's going to sound like there's maybe some rats around back in the kitchen. And through some prestidigitation.
All right. You see Cavan react also to that a little bit. He appears to have maybe a little bit of an issue with rats.
Why did it have to be rats?
Laz quickly perks up. Oh, no. And he slowly shuffles over into the back area, and you hear him, "Where are you?"
Valamir grabs the guest book, pops it open, and reads it real quick.
All right. You start to read. You see a name of Glagel signed 3 days ago. Sturdorn signed a month ago. Neu signed 3 weeks ago. You hear crashing pots. Where?
Some more prestidigitation.
Okay. You see Myrrh signed within the last 3 days. Envith signed within the last 3 days. There's a crashing and some sort of glass breaks from the back room.
Minor illusion.
Vakram signed.
of more glass around.
Vakram signed within the last 3 days. Judam signed within the last 3 days. You hear some batting sound like a broom is being hammered into corners and against tiles.
Rats
and
are
stuff.
screaming.
Oh God. You see, and then a Halleray signed a week ago.
And what room is Halleray in?
Room 9.
Okay, and I'll put the book back, put it back like it was,
All right.
and then
Get out of here. Get out.
and then the rat noises will just kind of move away.
Okay.
My heart.
He tries to follow them.
I did not realize I was the Pied Piper. And I'll go up and catch Fiona and tell her that Halleray is booked into room 9.
Oh, that's just over here.
It's the only room here on the lobby.
Yeah.
Just kidding. All right. You
the Overlook Inn.
you guys go to room 9 as a group,
Sure.
piled outside the
Yeah,
door.
I think so.
All right.
This sounds like fun.
Each of you like those sitcom, like one head over the other of another, and the other another at the door frame.
By height, it works
Yeah,
out
we
really
pretty
well.
much-
Slight lean. All right. What's the plan?
We're going to open the door.
The door is opened by the wizard.
I'm gonna catch him.
Is it unlocked?
The door is locked.
Was there a key up on the board for
Nope.
that room? No.
Well, I'm still learning, but I can try to unlock
Valamir
it.
steps out of the way. This is not my specialty currently.
Fiona, pull some thieves' tools out.
All right. It is a very cheap lock and opens with ease.
Thank you for not making me. do that.
I would have felt a little robbed.
There's a click and the door unlocks.
Okay. Fiona will go in.
Okay, the door opens with the halfling. The shotgun goes off over your head. No, and the door swings open. Inside, you see a decrepit little room. Not much to say. Not the luxury that you were promised by Laz down below. It's a room with cheap furniture, including a desk and a wardrobe. It smells of piss. There is a bed that looks disheveled. There's a small suitcase on top of a small table. There's a chamber pot, very important for you to know about a chamber pot. And that's what you see.
I'll immediately. Fiona will go over to the suitcase.
Okay. You are at the suitcase.
Valamir's going to look at the
Desk. Fiona, at the suitcase, you open it up, and inside you see a small pouch and a small vial.
She will look at the small pouch.
Okay, you open it up. There's 18 silver inside to defray some of your costs. Oh, wait. The exact amount of costs.
The exact amount.
Yeah.
That's
gold.
bizarre.
Yeah. And then a small case.
No, small vial
Vial.
In a suitcase.
and a
In
suitcase.
a suitcase.
The vial has a dark reddish color, and you pop open the cork and can make a medicine or nature roll, difficulty 12. You sniff at it warily.
No.
I like your little bowl that you roll in, by the way,
Thanks.
but you have no clue.
You keep saying difficulty 12 or 10, whatever, and I'm going back to the old system. I'm like, no, that's so hard. That's so hard to do. We can't do difficulty 2s.
Do I think it might be magical?
Yes.
Can I cast Identify on it?
You may. How long does that take to cast? 10 minutes?
I
An
believe
hour?
it's 10 minutes.
It is 1 minute.
Okay, you start casting that. We had our wizard looking in a desk, right?
Yeah.
Desk. You open up the desk, and inside is a quill and ink and several sheets of paper, one of which has writing, and that's it.
Looking at it without touching it, what does the writing say?
It is a letter that reads as follows. Dear Ormia, I nearly have this operation up and running. It's taken longer than I promised, but the damn guard are always sticking their nose into things. But I have a surprise. Not only do I have my little army, but now I'm close to learning how to wield magic. Can you believe it? I've gotten my hands on several scrolls from the fools at the academy. If I can get this little idiot dragon to teach me the magic of these scrolls, then I'll keep all these little beasts under my thumb. Me! Casting sparkly danger from my fingertips. That'll make people run screaming. Soon I'll carve out a place for us in the city and run my own gang from under the basement at the Brawling Tavern. A year from now, I'll be running this whole city. Yours, beloved Halleray.
Can you drop that into the Twitch?
Yeah. Good idea.
I am curious if we could get information on this little dragon.
Perhaps a mage of some kind?
Or a dragon of some kind?
Dragonkin.
Indeed. Indeed, indeed.
Dragons are no good.
It has been 20 years since the war.
And my family is still gone.
Yeah, a few less dragons could do the world some good.
Not all of the Colium are evil.
Well,
Some
Haven't
fought
found one
for
yet.
good.
Now, boys, there was a time people said the same of giants, you know.
We aren't giants.
Exactly.
My point.
it's racists.
1 minute has gone by, and you identify there's no magic on this vial after all. Fiona.
Giving a search for in the rest of the room. Do we find anything else?
Where specifically are you looking?
You have not looked under here, and Vessel will lift the bed and topple it over.
All right. You pick the bed up and toss it over with one hand and make a mess. There are a pair of boots, and that's it underneath the bed.
Looking for hidden compartments in the floor wall.
All right. You're
Like,
checking the
loose,
floor and the
loose
wall.
floorboards or anything like that.
Good idea.
Look at the boots.
Okay.
Good idea.
Or, I mean,
It
just
means there's going to be nothing there.
see if there's anything hidden in them, or
No hidden
any
boots.
note.
No notes. They fit a human.
Okay, and then I'll cast mending on the bed that Vessel just broke.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. I like doing it.
Who leaves boots behind?
It's interesting, isn't it?
A man with two boots. Two pairs of boots.
Do those
Take
boots,
your boots.
do those
Why
boots
leave the
match
suitcase?
the prints that we were looking at?
Oh, I don't know. Those prints, I
Good
couldn't.
question.
They weren't like super. They were old. They weren't super detailed. We can take one though and look.
Cole, make an investigation roll.
Yeah. Thought I saw a thing. 12.
They are.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are the right ones.
He doesn't know.
You can see the mud tracing.
Look how small it's here to here in my hand, which is the same size as the print.
That's all boots made by mankind.
I counted how.
Well,
Valamir regales you with the letter, I'm assuming.
Yep.
You write a note and not deliver it. You have a suitcase, you pack some things in, but don't take it with you. So Halleray would not come back.
Perhaps he is coming back. Perhaps he fell afoul of some of the shady characters he is dealing with. Or he is intent to return eventually. Those seem to be the two most likely conclusions. And so we either stay here, we search for his little dragon.
You could ask Chims about his dragon. I'm sure he has more information he didn't tell us about. You could also show him the note on how he was going to take over his bar. That might
Indeed.
give him a reason.
He already doesn't like the man, as it were, so this would be just whipped cream on the pudding, as they like to say.
No, they don't.
You like to say that?
And don't write that down as a phrase. It's stricken from the campaign.
Whipped cream on the pudding.
What would you like to do?
Didn't Arlek, the bar owner, say that, or the shop owner rather, didn't he say that Halmaray was looking for cohorts, companions?
Yes, little army. But what does that mean?
It means he is likely still in the city.
So somebody should stay here, or some of us should stay here, and some of us should go talk to Chims.
Cole and I will stay here.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
All right, the two Goliaths remain in the room.
I
We-
can also remain
The
here.
wizard remains with them.
And
We
the three
know-
of you can go to Chim's.
We know that this man has a scar on his arm. I can put on one of my amazing disguises, and no one in the area would know to look for me, and I can wait. Look for him.
What do you mean?
If we're doing a stakeout,
No, they
I'm
just
pretty
stay here,
recognizable.
and when he opens the door, they get him.
We're just gonna grab and go.
Yeah.
We're not gonna follow him to where
Yeah,
he's
that's
trying to go.
1/3 of the job is to grab him.
We don't know where he is, so
I think
we're
the
waiting for
brothers
him
are,
to come
are
back.
more than capable of getting some information from this man.
Yes, this Halloray is clearly quite devious and up to no good. I believe us ridding him from the city in some fashion or another would be worthwhile.
I simply mean to know where he's going and why.
He'll tell us once we get him.
Very confident.
And he may even have the items we seek upon him. And if he does, then we need not
That's
know
all we
where
need.
he's going. We
Very
just
well.
take him in and submit him to the authorities, as it were.
Well enough.
All right, so we have two Goliaths in the wizard staying here, and we have Fiona, Vessel, and Arregus going where?
Back to the duck.
The Rotten Duck.
The rotten
All right, you guys have arrived back at the Rotten Duck. It is getting towards evening-ish time. I will say late afternoon, and Chims is there, still eating hours later.
How is that possible?
And says, "Oh, it's you. You got more business? I'll talk to you anytime."
Oh, I would have borrowed the letter from Valamir.
Yep.
Hey, yeah, we're back. How's it going?
Mm,
How's business been in the last 2 hour?
the same.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So we found something. We tracked down. We went to the Regal Castle where Halloray is staying, and we found something. It's kind of weird.
Uh-huh.
And I show him the letter.
I don't know anyone like that, he says before you give him the letter.
Okay, I'm all mixed up. Seth is mixed up.
No, you're
Um,
talking to the right guy, Chimps.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But am I using the wrong...
No.
No. He's just playing dumb.
Yeah. You said this guy's been drinking at your place.
I don't know what you want.
Do you want to read this letter? You may be interested after you read the letter.
He takes a look and puts it down. Yeah, that's great.
Did you see this part where he said he's going to take your bar over?
I don't know what does that have to do with you?
Never mind.
He can't read.
Give us a couple minutes.
All right. He gets you some sloppy beers.
Let's throw him a silver.
All right.
And then I, kind of look around the bar.
Okay.
Is there anybody here that wasn't here before?
Yes, you see there is a shirtless man who's very muscular, drinking his own beer at the far side next to a doorway, who's watching you closely.
And I turn back around to Chims and I make with my eyes
Motion over there?
yeah,
Uh-huh.
and, give a nod.
You know, you're not going down there.
He's going down there, and I point at Vessel.
Okay. I don't know anything about Halloran, though.
Okay, no worries. Thank you. Thanks for the beers.
He just...
You don't eat or drink, right? So that's correct.
You keep asking me that.
Asking
We have known each other for years, and you keep asking me. I don't eat or
She
drink.
tries to put things
Every now and again.
I have no mouth. We've talked... Ow!
Use it to your body.
Choo choo.
Yeah, the choo-choo doesn't work for
There's no
Vessel.
tunnel. No tunnel!
No tunnel. Bad dreams, bad dreams.
That's not my tunnel. All right.
Oh my God.
What do you think? Arregus, should we go talk to him? Should one of us stay here and go get the others?
It's just a shirtless, muscular guy.
Yeah, there's about 8 people that look like lowlifes hanging around the bar.
Are
and
there
then-
any defining features of that man?
Yes, he's the only one who's shirtless and highly muscular who's watching you closely.
So no scars or anything?
No.
Just watching you very closely.
Yeah.
Probably-
Arregus is, I can't get a song played here, so I can't do much.
Do you want to go get the others, and Vessel and I will stay here? We won't approach anybody until you get back.
Okay.
Or should you think the 3 of us can take care of this?
What are we taking care of?
Let's go talk to him. What can that hurt?
Yeah.
For Solene.
Stupid idea.
Vessel strides over to, I'm assuming, the...
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
over.
All right, so I don't know what the bard's doing. Are you doing anything?
I am sitting at the bar
Okay.
watching what they do.
All right, then I want all 3 of you to make perception rolls, please.
What roll?
Perception rolls.
Perception rolls. Why am I rolling this?
22.
Wow. All right, that's
Bardic Inspiration for you. Add a d6 to that.
Critical failure.
Oh,
so you have for
Okay.
10 minutes. You have a d6. Hold on to
you
that.
can.
All right.
Never mind.
He's got it.
17.
Okay. You don't see anything, Argus, but with your 22, you do. You see, as you look back, Chims give a head nod to the shirtless, muscular guy across the room. And as you start to make your way over there, he opens the door behind him and goes through it and closes the door.
Oh, no. Cole's gonna be so mad he missed this.
I hope you actually said that as character.
For sure.
And Vessel, I think, is leading the way, stomping over there,
Yes.
Yeah.
with disregarding any tables or patrons in the way.
Yes.
Smash
Casting men.
afterwards.
so
Sorry.
so I see them walk away, and then I see the barkeep close the door behind him. Arregus stands on the bar, like climbs up onto the bar,
Okay.
whips out of nowhere a guitar. Gentlemen and lady, cover your ears. And I will start with a dissonant whisper. Every creature
What?
that can hear me must make a wisdom saving throw.
Or die a horrible death?
With dissonant
No,
Yeah,
whisper?
they're all
what's
gonna
going on
die.
yet? This guy could be our friend.
Well, I won't say anything then.
I'm just trying to... I thought...
Never mind.
Dissonant whisper is a deadly kill everyone spell.
I just want to use a spell.
I know, but choose the right
Just
one.
want to use a spell.
You're in a
I just want to
nursery.
kill a bar full of people.
All right, go ahead.
And
Act
one...
away.
one
So
cr-
mad.
So
I don't
dissonant...
get to kill the bar full of people.
So dissonant whispers is an attack spell on one creature within 60 feet that takes a large amount of damage. That's dissonant whispers. So who are you going to try to kill in this bar as you're standing on top?
We're gonna wait and see what happens.
All right. Are you standing on the bar?
Not yet.
Okay. So you're thinking this. You're ready to go. Vessel, you're approaching the door.
Prepping for
Yes.
You're at the door. Talk to me. What's going on?
Do I go through?
Yeah.
Vessel goes through
Okay.
the door.
I'm picturing Vessel as like a giant metal wood version of like Baymax. Like
Yeah.
it's turn. The
With
door
a-
is closed.
With a table strapped to him and tools.
Yeah.
tries to make his way through the door, pushing.
You get the door open. There is a dark stairwell down below to a basement.
A vessel will proceed. and
Okay.
Start marching down.
Fiona, you're with him?
Right next to him. right
Okay.
behind him.
You follow him behind. The two of you go down the basement. It doesn't take long before you come into a lit section of the basement, and you see it has a big section of hay in the middle. There's another stairwell at the far end that goes down even further, and there are big, thick ropes stretched out, almost like a very loose boxing ring around the hay. And you see there are couple, say three tough-looking brawlers there. Couple of them, two of them are wearing armor and have some weapons at their sides that are eyeing you up. Another one is this shirtless dude you saw before who's across the way looking at you. And he says, "You don't look like you're here for the right kind of fight. Because I've seen you before. You were here with Cole."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good for you.
Why's that? He's my friend.
Yeah, that's even worse for you.
Why is it bad for me? He's a pretty good guy. What's your name? I'm Fiona. This is Vessel.
He says, "My name is Marone." Cole, you not there, but you do know the name of Marone. He is a rather sketchy fighter who cheats and somehow uses magic from time to time to screw over the other people he's brawling.
Oh.
He despises you, and when he sees you, will either smile at you or stab you in the back.
Or both.
Or both.
Are either of these Halure?
I don't think so.
No.
One of the guys with one of the brawlers starts to circle around you guys.
I wouldn't do that.
The other one starts to circle around you on the other side.
I wouldn't do that either. We're just here to talk. You were giving us some eyes up there. I want to know, I'm asking why.
They have big metal rods they have for clubs, the two guys circling around that they are brandishing as they start to circle. So you're friends with Cole, good friends with Cole, who's screwed us over many times here, and you're asking about Halray.
Yeah.
All right, go get him, he says to his guys, and they charge at you.
Oh.
And we will stop there for tonight.
Oh, God damn it.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight here, and thank you for joining us on the beginning of Season 5. Super exciting. Glad to have you here. Right now, after this, we're going to start our after show. If you're interested in checking it out and hearing our thoughts about the episode, come support us on Patreon. Get access to all of the after shows, character sheets, and more. And we will see you all next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.